Hi friends, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today is going to be a very quick flip through of the December daily journal that I just made. I'm going to be using it throughout the entire month of December, which is already next week, and that's so crazy. I know everyone says that, but it just feels like time is flying by even quicker than it ever used to. And I did also want to mention that I do plan on switching things up a little bit this month, and especially moving into 2025. As I've mentioned in a lot of my previous journal making videos, I've really enjoyed switching up the aesthetic and the vibe of my journals every month for the last few months, especially as we've been moving through the fall and holiday seasons, which are a very specific vibe and aesthetic. But it has been a lot for me to keep up with making a brand new journal at the beginning of every single month. So for my mental health, starting in January, I've decided that I'm going to make a chunkier journal that is going to last me for a longer period of time. And I'll use this for as many weeks or months as it takes me to fill it up. I just don't want to put pressure on myself to constantly be pumping out journals for myself, as well as the journals that I sell in my Etsy shop. Another reason why I decided to change things up a little bit this month is because I will be creating a whole other journal that is completely separate from my daily journal slash planner. I'm still working on this other journal and like putting it all together and figuring out what kind of vibe I want and everything that I want to go into it. I plan on making a video talking about this journal and just explaining about it in more detail. But what I plan to do is to make my daily journal more of a planner slash memory keeper rather than the sort of catch-all place that it's been for me for the last few months. There'll still be like art and random sorts of things that I happen to think of as I'm journaling throughout the days, but I plan to make a separate creative journal, so stay tuned for that video where I explain all of that in more depth. So here she is. Here's my December daily. Let's hop right into it. I'll show you what's all in it. Okay, so here she is. This is the quickest journal I've ever put together, ever. I honestly just really didn't have the time, but honestly it's fine because, as I said earlier, I plan to start using my daily journals as solely just a place for planning and memory keeping, so I don't need as many pages or, you know, frilly things or anything like that that I was putting in my other journals. I'll probably just do like 1 page per day rather than 2, unless I'm feeling called to take up more space, but I can always add in more pages if I need them later. I just wanted to keep this really small and simple and just no pressure. The base of this journal is a padded mailer. It's very similar to how I constructed my October daily, so I will link that video below in case you were curious how I made this. So I just took the padded mailer and then I covered it in this really cool vintage sheet music cover page. And it says carols, and then on the back you can see, you can partially see all of the Christmas songs that were in this book. This tape that's on here, this was how I bought it. So I didn't add this tape and like try and cover it up at all, but that was just how it already came. So I just glued the cover page onto the padded mailer, I sewed around it, and then I just attached some of this random fabric I had sitting around. And this is a vintage, I can't remember what you actually called this kind of lace, but I'm pretty sure this came from my family's collection. I got it from one of my grandparents, I'm pretty sure. And this measures just shy of 6 inches by about 9 inches. And then it's super skinny, it's like a 1/2 inch. So on the front here, I have attached just this little ornament. This is from Dollar Tree. I liked the little jingle jangle that it gives it. And then I also attached this little mini Matchbox journal. I got this idea from a fellow YouTuber. Her name is Janet Nash. I'll leave her channel linked below. She's amazing. She's so creative and just so sweet. I love her so much. I'll try and find that video, but I can't remember. I think the video was from a while ago. But she made this precious little Matchbox journal. Took it out the wrong way. There we go. And then inside, she just had it like an accordion style. So I don't know if I'll actually use it throughout the month. If I am feeling so creatively inclined, maybe I'll do a few pages. We'll see. But I just thought it was such a cute idea, and I wanted to make one just to remember that this is a thing. If you know what I mean. I don't know if I'm gonna use it, but I just wanted to remember that this is an option if I ever want to use it or make it for one of my other journals. And these would also make really cute Christmas ornaments as well. So I almost completely forgot to mention, I have some new freebies listed in my Ko-fi account. The first one is a printable version of this vintage sheet music cover. I scanned it in 2 ways because the whole thing, it's really large, so the whole thing didn't fit in my scanner. I have one document that has the tape cut off, and then the other document, it's cut off almost to the title, so you can choose which part of the page you'd rather sacrifice. But I just wanted to give you that option in case you really liked the look of the vintage tape here. And then in addition to this, I also made some new memo pages that you can use in your journaling, in your planner, and wherever. I love making memo pages because I love using them in my own journals. So the ones that I made for December have a little bit more of a wintry theme rather than just a straight Christmas theme. I wanted to give the option for more people, for those who don't celebrate Christmas or just don't do Christmassy style journals. I think these are really fun seasonal addition to your journal or planner also. All right, so let's just hop right in here. This is really hardly decorated. I really didn't do any like pockets or tuck spots or anything like that because I figured I'm just going to, if I want to, I can add them throughout the month. But I just wanted to keep this really simple and plain since, again, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of decorating in this journal because this is solely just going to be for planning and memory keeping. So on the inside of the front cover, I just made this little like library card style pocket, and then I cut out this little book page and thought maybe I'll use this. I was gonna glue it here, but then I didn't want to commit to that, so I just stuffed it in here and figure I'll use it somewhere in my journal. And then I put this piece of tape here because it was somewhere else and I decided to not put it there, but didn't want it to go to waste, so I just stuck that piece of tape there in case you're wondering why that random piece of tape is there. Anyway, and you'll notice as I flip through this that some of the pages are upside down. When I sewed this in, I wasn't paying attention because I was in a rush and I accidentally sewed in this signature upside down. So oopsies, but who cares? Okay, so this first page is just from a vintage cookbook and have this little toothpick gingerbread guy washi tape to it. And then I also have, this was actually glued to this charm here, or this ornament, but it fell off, so I just attached it to this paper clip and figured I would, you know, put it in my journal somewhere at some point, but for now it's just clipped onto the side. This is just a little die cut from Hobby Lobby, and I believe these little mini ornaments are also from Hobby Lobby. And this is some vintage Christmas sheet music. So again, just some really plain pages, so I can do a lot of writing and just glue like pictures down to and stuff like that. This is a vintage children's coloring book. More vintage sheet music. Another one of these little toothpick guys. I thrifted these a while ago, so I don't actually know where they're from. And then I think these Christmas light charms, I believe I got these from Hobby Lobby also. And I chose this page specifically because it had a cardinal, and cardinals are a very spiritually relevant theme in my family. And this is a little printable book cover, and she is upside down, but that's okay. You can't really tell anyway because it printed so dark, and I'm probably just gonna cover it up anyway. Some craft paper, vintage lined paper, and then I just left the inside of the back cover blank. And that is it. Very, very basic journal, way more basic than I've been making my journals. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. If you have any questions about this journal or anything else, please let me know in the comments. And I hope you have a really beautiful day. Wishing you a healthy and very happy holiday season, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye.